if you have to be in the office, you have to be in the office. There's no choice. You just do it. But if you can choose to work from home or from the office or from Thailand, well, then you might have to consider a lot of things to make sure that you pick the right place. I've been working from home for a year, and I come back to the office, and we meet at the office like 2 or 3 times, and then you're traveling to the other side of the globe. Is there something you're not telling me?
Such as Copenhagen is not big enough place for the two of us, or what?
Something like that. You can't stand seeing me in person?
Oh, yeah. I was so afraid, you know. Is that how it looks? Well, yeah, you can say so. No, no, but you know, both situations, like you being away, and now me being away, hopefully not for that long time, it's a new situation. And I'm, for one, I admit that I used to insist that people go to the office every day, so that you can look them in the eyes and you can look how their face looks and their expression, you know, instead of just talking with them in telephone. And I think also that if we were to employ a new person, I think it would be better actually working in the office. But you and I, we've been working together for God knows how many years now, and sort of know each other pretty well.
Yeah.
And I think this team or Zoom thing works for us. It works for me anyway. And actually, the situation is that, for instance, if you want to ask me something and you share the screen, I don't even have to stand up, you know, and leave my chair and go on the other side of the desk to see. I can just keep sitting here.
Yeah, we're losing that exercise, right?
We're losing some exercise here. Yes, definitely. Yeah. So I think that it opens up a new possibilities, because the mantra now seems to be to work from home, but it actually could be work from anywhere.
Exactly. That's what I'm feeling as well. Since I'm working online all the time, I actually don't have to be at home. I could be anywhere, more or less.
Actually, yes. And I'm working with some other guys on another project, and well, for the moment, our project manager is in Paris. Then we have 2 programmers in Göteborg.
Yeah, okay.
And then I'm usually in Copenhagen, but right now I'm in Thailand.
Yeah.
But we haven't really changed anything. The only thing, obviously, makes things a little bit different. Thailand is the time difference.
Yeah.
Which is 6 hours at the minute right now.
But that could also have its advantages, because you can fix all the bugs before everyone wakes up in the morning.
Yes, yes. You know, you have a grace period of 8 hours before anyone goes up. No, yeah, well, 6 hours. And of course, that you don't have that much of a window to work together. And actually, I don't know about you, but now it's 10 minutes to 7 o'clock in the evening for me.
Yeah.
And you're almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, it's about lunchtime here.
Yeah. Well, I've had my dinner already. But I mean, never mind that.
Yeah. But I was thinking about the statement that you said, that if we were to hire a new employee, that you would want to go back to the office. I am working together with a team of both developers and business developers at a different project where everyone is remote, and we haven't really had a physical meeting apart from a few of us ever. And I'm not sure if I would say that it's all that I lack the physical meeting in that sense. Of course, it could be good, but we're actually doing quite well with the communication on Slack and video conversations.
What I'm thinking of is that if you get somebody who's unexperienced into the group and who doesn't really know what's going on, I think it's an advantage that you can watch the person, and see if he feels uneasy without him having to be online with you.
Yeah.
And if I have I think, well-developed sense to see if somebody is having problems, before they actually ask, and then I can go over and say, okay, can I help with something? Or
yeah, that's true, actually, because we also have the issue that now I'm not dedicated to work with the interns at that company, but I do help them from time to time. But they can sit and do something in the weekend, and I have time to look at it on Monday, perhaps. And then, since we're not working together, there is kind of a time delay before they get the answers they need if they get stuck on something. So that pushes the projects forward, making it quite slow. So that's true. If I had the interns in the office working by my side, then there could be a lot quicker progression on the projects, I guess.
Yes, and still, well, I haven't tried it yet, but I still think that you will get to know the person better if you're in the same room.
Yeah.
And I'm working with two other guys on a new project that we have taken over.
Yeah.
And I've been working with one of them before, but not the other one. The advantage that we have is that all three of us have been working with Dataflex for ages.
Yeah.
I mean, and we know each other, even though one of the guys haven't been actually working together with the other two. We still know the guy.
Yeah.
And you know what he stands for and so on.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that if he has problem, it's probably because it's difficult what he's doing.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah. It's not always like that with a roadie. Maybe it's simple problems that you have had no way of knowing,
Yeah, no experience on how to deal with. Yeah.
In that situation, I would prefer. I would probably prefer actually seeing people at the office. But then maybe one could have a situation where you had a couple of days working at home or from anywhere. It doesn't really give you the possibility to travel around the world, if you only have 2 days where you're not at the office.
But then what would you prefer, having a person having to be in the office with that person for like the first 2-3 weeks to kind of get the ball rolling, or making sure that you have a continuous Zoom call with that person, or making sure to check in like every hour to see how it goes?
I would probably prefer to be together with that person the first 6 months.
The first 6 months
in the office.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
In the office. Yeah. And then
Then you start
also
to feel.
It might. Yes, but there are different things involved. One thing is you know how to program a computer. Do you have what it takes But it's also a matter of do you actually like where you are? You know, do you fancy the job, or would you rather be in another place? You know, and that's
Yeah.
maybe not something you will see soon.
No, that's harder to detect on a video call. That's true.
Yeah, I would think so. I would think so.
And I think the social interaction as well that you have when you talk to someone in the office is kind of important, at least in the beginning. Even later it's important, but especially in the beginning, to get to know the person more intimately, because then as time goes, you know more about the person and you can follow up and check in all kind of stuff. But in
I had this idea.
You're getting to know the person as much as the person's getting to know you and the job.
I had that idea before, that when people were working from home, they weren't effective as when they're working from the office. There's a lot of distractions you can have when you work from home, especially if you have kids. Well, which I have, but he moved away from home about 20 years ago, so that's not the problem. but as it turns out, you seem to be more efficient when you work from home, in my view anyway. And actually, you could say a little bit that you're wasting a hell of a lot of time talking to people in the office about things that's not necessary to talk about. I don't have that kind of distraction when I sit at home.
No.
So I can concentrate fully on the work.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think that I'm being used. Unfortunately, the one using me is me. I don't know really what to do.
Yeah,
abused.
But I think you're hitting on a very interesting topic here, and we might have to do another video on that. And that is, yes, of course, you want to be productive and get things done. And as a developer, it's really important to have the quiet and focus on the project, especially if it's complicated.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have a life that you want to live. And the social interaction at work is also something that's really important for a healthy, good life. Because if you only work and are productive all the time, every day, you will end up not enjoying life that much. Perhaps some people might enjoy that, but yeah.
Something funny might actually happen, because as it is right now, when people apply for a new job and they have expectations what the job can offer, one of the things that they insist on is that they want to have days where they can work from home. It's very popular right now, but maybe later it will be people insisting on having days where they work from the office.
Yeah. So that they can at least meet and chat with the colleagues a few days a week. But it's I think the best thing now is that we have the choice. Mm-hmm. So that if we have a lot of things to do, we can stay at home and focus and get the work done. And if it's more relaxed, then we can take into the office and be more social and interact. So I think it opens up the possibility for more flexibility. And that's also a different topic. The topic of choice, because the more choice you have, the more confusing and it is, and it's harder to make the choice if you have more options.
Yeah.
If you have to be in the office, you have to be in the office. There's no choice. You just do it. But if you can choose to work from home or from the office or from Thailand, well, then you might have to consider a lot of things to make sure that you pick the right place.
Yeah. So right now, I think I'm at the right place. Very much
I'm
so.
sure. I'm sure you do.
Very much so, actually.
Yeah.
Um,
So I'm not going to keep you any longer. I think this is enough for a conversation, and I'm
yes.
going to let you enjoy the evening over there.
Thank you. Yeah.